Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your special edition photo news fix with a preview of the Sony FX5. Now, before we jump into the specs of the just announced Sony FX5, a quick note of housekeeping. We did get a briefing from Sony, but we did not get a unit to test out just yet, but that's okay. One should be in the mail shortly, and then we won't have to rush out an initial preview, and we can do a full-on review. Now, on to the FX5. Sony's tagline for this camera is lighting the way forward.
Right, ow!
Now that the way forward has been lit, some might call this a new age bridge camera to the professional cinema series. Basically, it can easily be integrated into a Venice production. Now, I have a hate-hate relationship with the term bridge camera. On one hand, it's going to be the whole damn bridge for a person who never will venture into the higher-end Sony cinema world, but on the other side, it can be the B or C camera that integrates perfectly into a higher-end Sony cinema workflow. Now, with that being said, the FX5 is an entirely new cinema line that, get this, falls below the FX6. But we're also told it's not a replacement for the FX3. So if you read between the lines, there might still be an FX3 version 2 on the way. Now, from the front, the FX5 looks the same as the FX3 with a very similar size, weight, and cage-free design.
Cage-free, carb-free.
On the back side, which is my favorite side, by the way, there's no more rotation dial, many more custom buttons, along with a new multifunction dial, which comes down from the Venice 2. There's a much larger 16:9, 3.5-inch, 2.76 million dot 4-axis touchscreen, up from the FX3's 3-inch 4x3 touchscreen, which really only gave you about 2.5 inches. Now, for reference, the Nikon ZR has a 4-inch screen. The FX5 borrows the Big 6 user interface and Cine Alta menu system from the Venice, Burano, and FX6, with the addition of exposure and monitor tools like waveforms, vector scopes, focus map, and false colors. When it comes to the inputs and outputs, it's very similar to the FX3, but with the addition of dual USB-C ports and an Ethernet port. It still takes the same media, which is dual CF Express A cards and or SD cards, but there is still no 4.0 support for the latest fast VPG 800 cards like the new Iridium ones from ProGrade Digital, which I actually have right here. The FX5 does not come with a handle like the FX3, but does offer a brand new one that supports 96 kHz 32-bit float recording with 4-channel audio. It also allows for simultaneous 24-bit recording to 2 channels while recording backup 32-bit float audio to the remaining 2. If you already have a handle from a previous camera, it is not fully compatible with this one. One of my favorite features of the FX5 is the optional removable 7 million dot EVF with P3 color. You can attach it directly to the hot shoe or, get this, remotely attach it via an extension cable so it's not in the way of the top handle or monitor. Now, I wonder if you could build special glasses, but where the glass is over my left eye, it gets replaced with the EVF. Yeah, why my left eye? Because I'm left eye dominant. Anyway, regardless, this is a killer accessory to offer. Now on to the inside of the camera, which is what really matters. I mean, some people think the outside matters as well, like me.
Worthless, shallow person.
Arms and all. The FX5 sports a 16.6 megapixel 5K full frame fully stacked sensor that's powered by the latest Bion's XR2 processor with integrated AI processor as well. Now, according to Sony, the low megapixel count should give you the same, if not better, low light performance when compared to the FX3. There's triple base ISO of 800, 4000, and 12800. It's basically filling the gap the FX3 had, as that was only 800 and 12,800. In terms of autofocus, you're getting the latest subject tracking tech thanks to the XR2 processor as well as the AI chip, but it's currently limited to human as well as animal and bird recognition modes only. You've got internal 16-bit linear XOCN LT RAW video with full ACES color support. Now XOCN equals extended original camera negative. Shit, now I need to replace all my iShoot RAW shirts with iShoot XOCN. Kind of has a ring to it.
Not.
Now this file format gives you a much smaller file size than most RAW codecs, even 12-bit compressed RAW formats. 5K XOCN is so small. How small is it, Jared? It's so small that it can even be recorded to a V90 SD card.
Completely bonkers.
Oh snap! Guess what the FX5 finally has? No, it's not internal ND filters, sorry.
You, buddy.
It finally has open gate. But then again, it's not all rainbows and butterflies because there is compromise. You do get 3x2 5K open gate with D-squeeze support for full frame anamorphic, but open gate is only available in RAW formats currently. Now that is a big miss for social first creators because they don't want to shoot RAW and then take time to edit it to get it out into the world. They just want to get it out into the world. You know, throw away stupid content. Now let's move in to frame rates. You can shoot 5K RAW up to 60p, 4.5K 120p with a crop, and 1080p 240. Now 4K 240p XOCN and 5K 120p 3x2 open gate support will be coming via a firmware update next year.
Soon.
Let me jump in here real quick and let you know that the pre-sale for this charity iShoot RAW shirt is ending in the next few days. Now remember, all profits go to helping George, his family, and his community get clean water without having to walk 4 miles. Side note, the water is now flowing outside their door. The next thing that we need to do is help bring electricity to George, his family, and his community. And we're already well on our way to doing that. To learn more and to grab your charity shirt, head on over to store.froknosphoto.com. Now, back to the video. One cool feature that should lead to better quality with the FX5 is dual gain video that offers low noise and high dynamic range in a single image, which gives you 16 plus stops of DR. Now right now, I'm not sure if it's limited to a certain resolution or frame rate like the A7 VI, which was 4K 30p. On to overheating, it really should not be a problem with the built-in cooling fan. Sony says you'll get uninterrupted 5K 60p video, delivering 3 times greater airflow than that of the FX3. So what you're saying is that fan blows.
Nice.
Just like we saw with the A7R6, the FX5 comes with the brand new SA battery and dual charger, which will get you roughly 170 minutes of record time on a single charge. There is 5-axis IBIS with upgraded roll correction compared to that of the FX3. We also have an update to clear image zoom with smooth priority that now allows for continuous zooming while going from optical to digital stabilization for seamless extended zoom pulls. Personally, I'm not a fan of buying something based on future firmwares, but a 2.0 firmware is coming in August of 2027 with OpenGate in XAVCI, as well as the addition of a vertical shooting interface, as well as still image frame grabs. All of that's on top of the 4K 240 and other stuff that I mentioned earlier. Now, if you were hoping to take some still images with this camera like the FX3 offered, you're not in luck. Why? Because the FX5 does not even support still image capture, but this isn't being marketed as that type of camera. In fact, this might be the one cinema-centric camera that does it all, except for that ND built in, because it doesn't do that. It has a stacked fast sensor with triple base ISO, IBIS, RAW video, a big 4-axis touchscreen, open gate, optional EVF, top handle, 32-bit float, built-in fan, high frame rate, and more. So what's it cost? $48.99 for the body only and $54.99 with the top handle, which leaves plenty of room for a future FX3 too. Now for comparison, the FX3 comes with the top handle and is currently priced at $38.99. Now on paper, this sounds like a fantastic, well-rounded camera, perfect for those FX3 owners who have been waiting for years for something more, and those FX6 and higher shooters who wanted a second high-end body that more easily easily fits into their cinema workflow. So what do you think about this camera? Be sure to let me know down below. Now before we wrap it up, as soon as we get our hands on a production unit of this camera, we will run it through its paces to see how it works in our hands.
Duh.
And there you have it. That's your special edition of Photo News Fix this time around. Thank you very much for watching. Jared Polin knows photo.com. See ya.